Hello everybody, K-Whip here, and welcome to another optimizing subclass video. In today's video, I'm going to be covering sniping on Voidwalker, and what I would actually consider the best subclass for sniping in the game. So let's dive right into the perk tree, and I will give you some recommendations, starting with grenades. So the grenade that I would say is the best option would definitely have to be Axion bolts. Axion bolts are fantastic grenades for controlling enemy movement and also priming and finishing enemies. You can use these Axions to start an engagement, so just throw one at someone and that'll force them to either run away or run towards you, so you can predict their movement that way, and they either have to run from the Axion so as to not take damage from it, or they're going to have to take the damage from it and they will be half health and will be an easy either body shot or clean up with your primary for you. Axion bolts can also be great after engaging someone, as you can get somebody weak either from body shotting them or shooting them with your primary a couple times, then throw your Axion bolt and it can have the potential to kill them by tracking them and hitting them, or it'll just make them yet again move if they're in hiding or something like that, and you can finish them off as they have to run away. The Axion is an awesome grenade that can net you a lot of kills and just makes just about every engagement a whole lot easier, as you can predict enemy movement pretty well and get them weak. Another decent option for Voidwalkers, however, when it comes to grenades, would be the scatter grenade. However, I would only recommend this if you are using the Nothing manacles, which I will cover a little bit later in the video. When it comes to jump modifier, you should use Focused Burst, as you should on basically every single Warlock. Focus Burst will be the fastest way you'll be able to move, except for maybe Blink, and it will allow you to kind of Warlock skate. So basically you just start hitting your jump button when you're on the descent of your jump and continue this movement, and that's how you're going to move fast. This jump is also quite good at propelling you quickly towards someone, so say if you body shot someone, then you can quickly double tap your jump button and it will propel you over to your enemy, so you can quickly hit them with one shot of your primary to finish them off. If you're a fan of Blink, this could be a decent option, especially defensively. It'll help you get away from a lot more situations, but it will hurt your ability to body shot someone, then jump at them and primary them, and it also bumps down your recovery a bit, and Blink is just really not in a great spot right now, so I'd definitely recommend Focus Burst. Next up, for the super modifier, they are all kind of about even in my opinion. I would say the best option in my opinion would be Vortex, because it seems to have the largest blast radius, or at least that and Scatter do, and I find it very consistent as it's one controlled area of damage and it can kill people from very far away, and every once in a while the Vortex effect will give you a bit extra damage. Shatter though is also decent, it can spread damage out quite a bit. And then Lance is a unique option, as it kind of just travels in a straight line. And Lance is okay, however, I think it's probably the weakest, because if people jump up into the air, it's extremely hard to hit them unless you try to like direct impact them, which is quite difficult because people midair can be quite unpredictable. And I would have to say that Lance is the easiest option for the user to fail and for the enemy to dodge, as well as it seems to have the smallest blast radius out of any of the options. However, I would just recommend you pick one of the three options and use it for a while to get consistent with it, because they're all just about even. Now moving on to the melee modifier, definitely the best option would have to be Lifesteal. It will allow you to survive in a lot of situations, as you can get your health regen just from hitting a melee, which is fantastic. And this will save you quite a bit, and it will also help in melee battles, as if someone melees you first and then you immediately melee them, it will regen your health, so you will survive possibly the second melee they hit you with. So you can each hit 2 melees, but you'll end up surviving, if the timing is right. Another decent option, however, if you want to go with it, is Surge, as it will increase your movement speed and weapon handling for around 12 seconds, I believe. And so that just makes you very fast and it feels very nice. So that's another option if you're interested in it, but I think Lifesteal is the way to go. Now for this column, there are two pretty good perks that you can pick. The first one I'm going to go over is the Hunger, and the Hunger actually improves your energy drain, and the energy drain effect is something that recharges your grenade. So basically what the Hunger does is makes that last longer, so you'll recharge your grenade fully after getting a grenade kill, or also if you have Embrace the Void on, a super kill or a melee hit. So basically the Hunger is going to let you get grenades a lot faster, and will let you kind of chain grenade kills in a way. Then the other good option is Annihilate, and Annihilate just makes it so your super and your grenades have a bit of a bigger blast radius, and so that's just going to improve the consistency of them. I would say with Axion bolts it doesn't make much of a difference at all, so if you're using Axions and you don't have a problem with the super, then it's not too much of a bonus, not good with the hunger. Now moving on to the last row, there is another standout here, and that would be Embrace the Void. Embrace the Void is definitely the best in this last column, as it allows your melee hits and super kills to regenerate your health and trigger the energy drain effect. So this is again going to allow you to get more grenades, and you're going to be getting grenade energy from meleeing, getting a kill with a grenade, or getting a kill with a super, which is a huge advantage, as well as all of these things regenerate your health, so that will help you in a lot of situations, and you'll handle groups a bit better doing that. Now it's time to move on to what really makes this the best subclass for sniping right now, and that would be the exotic Ophidian aspects. The Ophidian aspects basically grant you quick draw and quicker reload on all of your weapons, as long as improved energy drain, so it basically gives you the perk the hunger, so you can use Annihilate instead of the hunger in your perk tree when you have Ophidian aspects on. And it also gives you the bonuses of increased melee attack speed and increased grenade throw distance. So basically it just makes everything that you do faster and easier on you. So the first major bonus that it gives is the perk Quick Draw, and Quick Draw is great for sniping, number one, in that it increases your aim down sight speed, so you're going to be aiming down your sniper as well as your primary a lot faster. So this is a huge advantage for snipers, as you can aim down sight faster and get your shot lined up on your enemy's head quicker. Quick Draw has long been one of the best perks to get on a sniper, and so getting that just from gloves and not needing it on the sniper you're using is a huge advantage. Especially because then you can have the option of using a sniper that has maybe better statistics and does not have Quick Draw. Quick Draw also helps a ton in the sense that it allows you to switch weapons faster. This will allow you to body shot someone with your sniper, then quickly switch over to your primary to finish them off, and you can do this extremely fast, and it is very, very effective. You can also do it the other way around, where you prime someone with your primary, quickly switch to your sniper, and body them. So to demonstrate the effectiveness of the Ophidian aspects, here is the Clever Dragon and the Event Horizon without Quick Draw on either of them, and I'm switching weapons without the Ophidian aspects on and also scoping in, and so you can see how slow that is, and now I'm doing it with Ophidian aspects on, and you can see I'm aiming in a lot faster as well as switching weapons a lot faster, so this is a huge advantage. And I also did the test with the last word, so you can see the changes in that. I have perfect balance on the last word, so you can see the differences in weapon swap speed are absolutely huge, and it provides an absolutely massive advantage. And another advantage the Ophidian aspects gives is kind of specific to the last word. It does allow you to use perfect balance on the last word, because normally with the last word you swap weapons extremely slow if you have perfect balance on, and when you're sniping it makes it kinda unusable to use with perfect balance, at least if you're trying to body people then primary them. However, if you have that built-in quick draw, you can switch weapons extremely fast even with perfect balance, so you have the most controllable version of the last word, along with the quick weapon swapping ability that single point sling would normally give you. So if you have built-in quick draw like you do on a Blade Dancer or with Ophidian aspects, it makes the last word the best that it can be. So even though I think the last word has dropped in popularity a bit, it's definitely still a very popular option for snipers, and so one of the most popular primaries for sniping, being a lot better, definitely makes this subclass very strong. Now, another thing I mentioned about the Ophidian aspects is that it does give increased melee attack speed and increased grenade throw distance, so the melee speed is a huge advantage, and it will make you kind of a monster in melee battles, as you can melee a lot faster, and I rely on the melee a ton on this subclass because it is very good. It's a warlock melee, so it's got quite good range, and with that increased speed, then you can get double melees off very efficiently, and you win a lot of melee battles with it. As well as the increased grenade throw distance is quite nice because Axions are pretty easy to short arm, and it just feels very nice having the increased grenade throw distance for those. So the Ophidian aspects are definitely the best exotic to snipe on Voidwalker with. However, another good option that I'll mention is the Nothing Manacles, and what this does is it gives you a second scatter nade as well as makes your scatter nades have some tracking on them. So these things can be lethal if you're a practice player with the Nothing Manacles, and scatter nades can do a lot of damage with their one-hit kill ability. If you practice with these things a lot, they can be very good, but they require a lot better accuracy and anticipation than something like an Axion Bolt does, and they're quite a bit harder to use. So I'd say Ophidian Aspects are better with Axion Bolts, but if you use scatter nades with Nothing Manacles for long enough, you can be quite a monster with them. A couple more little things to mention. When I play Voidwalker, I run basically as much recovery as I can get, and then pretty high armor as well, then very low agility, so that's what I'd recommend. Running high recovery is pretty easy on Warlocks and very beneficial, and then you still have quite a high armor statistic. So that balance seems to work pretty well for me. And then when it comes to what to use for Intellect, Discipline, and Strength, I would say the only thing that matters is that you max out your Discipline, and then Intellect and Strength are kind of up to you. I would say the best thing to do is have a good balance between Intellect and Strength, so maybe have Tier 3 Intellect, Tier 5 Discipline, and Tier 3 Strength, or something like that. Anyway, that's going to do it for the video. Thanks for watching. Please drop a like if you enjoyed. Comment down below which subclass and weapon class to do a video on next, and subscribe for some more Destiny videos. Thanks for watching, and see you later.